We just had a divisive and hard-fought presidential election. But instead of working to pull the country back together so that we can fight our common enemy, COVID-19, Republicans in Congress are spreading conspiracy theories, denying reality, and poisoning the well of our democracy. The Republicans should stop their shenanigans about an election that President Trump has already lost and focus their attention on the immediate issue at hand, providing relief to a country living through the COVID health and economic crises.
Welcome back to Take a Break. I'm Tim Stenovec. That was Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer earlier today, adding fuel to the fire for a new stimulus package. On the phone to discuss the status of those negotiations is Bloomberg's Anna Edgerton. Anna, the presidential election and its aftermath certainly overshadowed where things stand with the pandemic, as well as the millions of Americans who need help simply making it do because of it. That's what makes what we just learned about from the White House and their role in getting Americans help, and that's what makes it so surprising. So tell us what your team has learned.
Yeah, so it looks like the White House, specifically Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, is not looking to take a leadership role in the next round of stimulus negotiations. They're going to leave it up to Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, of course, the Republican leader in the Senate, to try to work something out with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. And the reason why this is not good news for stimulus getting done is that the two sides remain very far apart. McConnell continues to say that a more targeted measure of about $500 billion is the way to go. And House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, backed up by Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, are still pushing for more than $2 trillion in fiscal stimulus spending. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to bridge that divide anytime soon.
Yeah, that is a huge gap. I mean, between $500 million and more than $2 trillion, what are the chances of getting something above $1 trillion passed before January 20th, 2021?
Yeah, so the date we're looking at is December 11th. That's the date that the current round of government spending runs out. So we do have a train leaving the station, if you will, that could take with it some kind of stimulus relief. Now, we're looking at that to be probably more targeted measures like funds for testing, support for state and local government, some kind of vaccine distribution support. But if Pelosi and Schumer allow very many of their demands to be included in a kind of a smaller round of stimulus now with this must-pass bill, they lose some of their leverage for a bigger bill next year. So it's kind of like the worst of, congressional game playing and trying to figure out how to get leverage and how to hold that over the other side's head, and it's a really critical time for the country.
Yeah, and meanwhile, the president is running around the country trying to file lawsuits to overturn the election.
The biggest stories the moment they happen from around the globe. Subscribe to Bloomberg Quick Take now for insight in an instant.